Tesokere yoga no tesokere. Today we are back again. It is time that we enjoy the vibe. It is just 30 minutes. Actually, it is going to be 1 hour's time. Yoga kere teso bukedia kachumbala soroti bukedia katakwi amria palisa tororo Kenya, and wherever you are, please enjoy this song of ours. It is a dedication to people of Buteza. Amran. My people, if this is your first time to discover TOPTS Tailoring Studio, please, you're welcome. This studio is all about fashion and design, and in today's episode, we are going to do a continuation of what we were supposed to do yesterday. That is dressing our avatar. This was our Mrs. Tops yesterday. So before I continue with the setting up, please let us enjoy this Ateso song. And people from Umbale, that's Buteza, get ready for the song. This is so nice. Now, let me first do the introduction of this software that we call Avatar or Fashion 3D. This 3D enables all of us designers to save or to economize on financial wastages. Instead of you cutting clothes direct on fabric, and of which at the end of the project you may discover that the cloth doesn't meet the standards that you want. So this is the reason as to why this software was designed for us. So this software, as you can see from the right, this lady this Mrs. Top where you see her, this is a studio where dressing and everything is done. Then when you see this left hand corner or the right hand corner of on your screen, this one, this window is a 2D window. It acts as like a table or a drafting section for our patterns. Now, what does it mean? It means that whichever things that you do in the 2D window, it's reflected on the 3D windows. Are we together? Yes. If we are together, let us enjoy Omko yangarengore Buteza mbale. Now here is our 3D, as I have been telling you. I first remove everything, then we just rebuild from zero. Are we together? When I'm doing the removing, let us still continue enjoying LOC or Inakinenga Akabero song. Those who didn't know that the TOPTS Tailoring Studio, we do it. It is, we do it. TOPTS Wanange. This is something that is unbelievable. TOPTS, 10 years to go. And for your information, we shall come with Madame Tops. She is here, as you can see. And I think let us dress this Madame Tops to a maximum before we delete it. Okay? I'm tired of seeing her naked like this. This is not a naked image. This is just a learning operator. So please help us. Don't mute my video. Yesterday we created a spiral skirt for this avatar of ours. So today we are still doing the revision of what we did yesterday. Just keep tuned and get set, and everyone invite a friend to invite a friend so that we don't miss this class. And you have to know how clothes are created and how does a spiral dress or a spiral skirt looks like. And here we'll be using our tools that I will be introducing to you very, very soon. Hello, say Nakinaberu. Okay, my people, welcome back from that commercial break. That's a cool music. I think we shall play it when we have finished to draft our dress. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us get started to our today's class. So for today's class, here is our Madam Tops or Mrs. Tops. The first thing that we are going to do to this Mrs. Tops is we are going to take her body measurements. So how do we take the body measurements? We are going to come to this window. Of course, you're seeing the pop-up window that has come with around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements or tools in it. So one of the tools is to display the avatar. That lady that you're seeing there, we call her avatar in 3D or in editing, in fashion editing. This is an avatar of ours or a display doll in a boutique. So this one, when you click on this icon that my mouse is maneuvering right now, is you enable it, it disappears. You see, she's nowhere to be seen. But to return her back, you have to click that very point. Then this one, it is the arrangement points. These arrangement points enables us to dress or to fit our clothes to the bodies in a perfect format. So when we click on it, it is activated with the following points, as you can see. Then you see those points that are activated are arrangement points. So right now there is no pattern that we can dock or that we can put in our avatar. That means we don't have anything. So that right now we have to turn them off. So another launcher that I need to let you fashion designers know that if you're using this software and it so happens that your image is in this format, please don't papa or don't worry. It is very easy to return it. And I'm going to show you shortly after this beautiful commercial break. Okay, welcome back from this commercial break. Of course, when I go for a commercial break, I have to take water. You know, water is life as long as you don't stay near the river. Now, if your avatar is placed in this format, how do you return it back to normal? You just right click, you see? Then it pops up this window. This window has almost every element. It has front, 3/4 left, back, left, right, 3/4 right, top, bottom, custom view, gizmo, format 3D background, paste, mirror paste, show or hide colors, refresh textures, camera properties, simulation properties, grid properties, and zoom extend all. Yes, that is it. We are going to come back to this after a break again. Okay, LOC song is done. Now let us go back and reactivate our avatar back to the normal. So we right click on this, then if you want it to face the front, you click on this or you press 2 in your keyboard like this. So our avatar is facing us already. Then if you want her to face on the right or on the left side, you still right click, then 3/4. See what 3/4 mean. She's not turning around fully or she's not turning around a half, but she is turning around in this format. So like this, you see now, that's the 3/4 left. Then if you want 3/4 right, you click on this 3/4 right. You see how she is turning? Then if you want to watch her from the back, just have to right click, then back. Like that, not until you achieve the thing that you want. But for this time, for this time round, we are going to watch her from the front. That means we are going to click to or this point in our keyboard. So Mrs. Tops for today, face us. And when you're operating, this is a point to note. If you're all using this software, you must be using your mouse, and the mouse that you're using, it has 3 clicks. You have the left click, the right click, and the middle scroll wheel. So for this time round, if you want to zoom, let us first deactivate the 2 window. We only remain with the 3 window. This time round, if you want to zoom in, you just have to scroll your middle zoom, your scroll button or scroll wheel in your mouse, the scroll wheel in the mouse. Then if you want to turn her around, you hold right click, you hold, don't release, you hold it, then that double pointed arrow, circled arrow appears. Then it is now telling you, please TOPTS Tailoring Studio CEO. You can now go ahead and span your avatar 360 like this. You see, she is able to be rotated in any angle that you want. And now you have done this, but now you don't know how to return it back, and you cannot position it how it was. Imagine, we are not positioning her. So to position her very well, it is very easy. As I showed you, you just right click, then press in front, and it has done what? It has displayed. Let us go back, switch to double windows so that we are able to see the 3D and the 2D window. So the 3D window, you're seeing a human of its own. Then on the 2D window, you're seeing some kind of a shadow. If I can zoom only the 2D, that is it. You're seeing it. This is the 2D window. You're seeing the shadow from the other side. But what is good about this software is that what you do from this 2D window is reflected on the 3D window. For example, let us switch all the windows to be seen. For example, if now I draft, or I just draw an angle like this, you're getting it. You see, it is displaying on the 3D window, but here it is different. That is it. Sorry, now what we are going to do, we are going to turn off this arrangement points off. Then we go to the next tool. The next tool, we are going to do show x-rays. So this show x-rays helps us to move or to position this avatar in the pose that you like. For example, if I activate here, you're going to see that the skin is going to disappear. Then we are going to only see the skeleton of this avatar like this. Already you're seeing the skeleton. Yes, the skeleton is there. But now, how do you do movements to this avatar? I'm going just to do some slight examples, because we have been looking on this since we introduced this software to our eyes. So you just click, left click somewhere here. Then if you want all the hands to move, one hand to move, you only scroll. You see, one hand is moving, one hand is moving, one hand is moving. And now if we go and turn off this, you're going to see that the hand has moved from the normal position. So that is it. Now the hand is inside her. You're seeing it. I control Z, I hold the control, then I press Z on my keyboard, then I return my thing to the normal. So next is, I want to position. If you want to move all the hands together, you have to activate this. Let me see. You're seeing this a small virus. It is like a virus, that one. It's not a virus, that is an activator. So when I click on it, it becomes activated. It becomes activated. That means when I move one hand, let me zoom in. When I move one like this using the gizmo, all the hands are positioned in the same position, or they are positioned in the same pose. So like this, you see it. This is the gizmo. It helps us to move this avatar poses to the right side that you are able to enjoy. Okay, yeah, enjoy this art. So when I go back, hello, Serie, Okay, welcome back from Elosai Nananga Balua Altonga Bapa Kabero. So let us go back, and we are drafting actually a skirt for this avatar of ours. We are drafting a skirt from zero. We are drafting a skirt from zero. So before we do anything, of course, all of you, if you are in the fashion industry, you know that the first thing that we do in the industry is taking body measurements. So we are going to take body measurements of this avatar of ours. Then we see where are we supposed to take the adjustment. So this skirt is just a round skirt of which we only need the waist measurements. So how do we take them? So I'm going to activate the measuring show measures on our avatar, and I activate it, it does this. Okay, now we have activated this. The next step is we are going to take measurements of this. So now I have to zoom it. It always disturbs me to target it, but this time around I think I'm going to target a dim. Oh, it has still a dim. Okay, let me turn on the measurement thing, that will help me. That is it. You see? So this time round we have our avatar measurements. That's the waist is 32. You're seeing this one? It is 32.220 inches. Those are in inches. So that's the waist for our avatar for today. Okay. And then if I can still go ahead and turn off the measuring. I zoom in, I return it back to the normal so that we are able to see what we are doing. Then after, I now turn off the measuring tapes or the measurements guide. They are now turned off. Now this time around we don't need this side. We are now switching back to the 2D window. So the 3D first extend. Now we are going to, we are going to the 2D window. So in this 2D window, we are drafting the skirt. The first thing that we draft in a skirt is the waistband. It's the waistband. So this is how we go. You go to this shape tool and you left click, then it will drop down these menus. So these menus, we have polygon, which is H in your keyboard, and the rectangle you can click S on your keyboard. Then ellipse you click E on your keyboard, and the spiral, we shall be actually drafting a spiral skirt for this time. But creating the waistband, we are going to activate the rectangle which is S on your keyboard like this. Already now the rectangle is activated. You see how it is. It's even showing us that I am carrying a rectangle with me. So you don't need to do a lot of work. If you're very familiar with the Adobe Illustrator, that means even this software, to get familiar with it is very easy. You only left click like that, then it drops a pop-up window of this category. So the pop-up window of this category enables you now to insert the widths and all the measurements of your desired avatar. So for the widths of our avatar, if you remember, we took the measurements. We got the waist measurement at 32.220 inches. So we are going to insert it here in the width area, that is 32.220 inches. Then for the width, the height of our waistband, normal waistbands for ladies, or if you want to get a very good waistband for your skirt, it automatically go with the 2.5 or 3 inches. For this exercise or for this tutorial, we are going to go with the 3 inches. So I click 3 inches. Then the remaining points, please leave them like the way they are. Then just click OK. Give it time. After you've given it time, of course, you've seen what I was telling you, that what you do in the 3D window or in a 2D window, it is reflected on the 3D window. That means the patterns. Now this is the pattern. Without the pattern, nothing is reflected on the 3D window. So this is the cutting side, and this one is the sewing side, or the showroom. We are going to see it. Let us move, and don't touch your dial, or don't scroll, or don't go away. Please stay tuned. Even if you don't like my content, please just watch what we are going to do, so that maybe you had some challenges in creating a cloth, and this will be your foundational start. Are we together? Yes, big up to almost all of you who are watching me right now. So once you have got your logo in this format, now you first click A in your keyboard, or you click this tool to deactivate the rectangle activations. Okay, yes. Then after you have deactivated, now we are going to create, of course, you see how the jacket, the waistband is, and our body is not in that format. Our bodies have curves. Are we together? So what do? We have to come to this fold tool. We come to the fold tool, then we activate fullness line like this. Then we come to our waistband, and we give it a shaping of this category. Follow what I'm doing, like this and like this. Then once you see I'm scrolling it, the yellow line, you're seeing it coming. Then the moment I click it on this point, it will pop up a window. There is a window that's going to pop up like this. That means the end. Now in this window here, I want to extend it so that you see what we are doing. First of all, the direction, you're going to change it from start to both. You click on both. So you're going to see here all the arrows. This side there is arrow facing this side, and on this side there is an arrow facing this side like this. So if I say both, you see the arrows are facing. Then for the fullness line, you leave it at 32.32 inches, 32.22 inches. That's the waist, the size of our waist. But now the distance moved is what we are interested in. So here we are going to click -3. So you'll see what it has happened. Already it is showing us how it is going to move. So this line here. So that one is enough. You don't need to do any adjustments. Or you can even decide to move by 2.5. No problem. 2.5. 2.5 like that. But me, I want to get that full shaped waistband, so I have to go by 3 inches. Then I click OK. Now you see, then I still click A in my keyboard, or I click this arrow or this tool to deactivate the fullness line. So this is the shape of our everything. Now, this time we are finished to draft this. We are not interested in the 2D window. Now we have to switch only to the 3D. So the 3D window, when we are switching it, let me first take water and then I come back, please. You know, the throat. Enjoy Ateso song as I take a commercial break. Hello, say nakonga beru. Nakonga bukan. Ida mere munubuni. Rejola atekelika. Onge munoni kinijo. Akiro noaja sunga. A child money dolo yoreka esubiti. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. I remember we had ended on switching to a 3D window, because right now we are not interested in the 2D window. So I have to switch to the 3D. So this is the activation key for only 3D window. I click OK. Then only 3D is going to be displayed. But my screen is becoming short. Did I do what? What did I do? My people, I see the screen is not, or it is the lady who is tall. You, Mr. Lady, are you tall, or it is the screen? Okay. So these two windows, that's the 3D window that we are interested in. So I will click on my pattern, as you see. Then it will give me the gizmo. So the gizmo enables this pattern to be moved anywhere you want. So with the help of the gizmo. And if you turn like this, you see, So the gizmo, that's the power of the gizmo. But since this is a roundy, something circular that goes across the dress, it is hard for us to position it. That's why this software came with the arrangement tool. So arrangement tool, as you saw in the introduction part of our video of our class, is found here. So you come and activate this arrangement tool, then you will see the dotted lines or the dotted points in our avatar. Then you see, boom, already the dotted points have been shown now. Then when the dotted points are and the pattern is activated, where you click at the dot, that means you're commanding the gizmo, or you're commanding that the pattern should be positioned here. You see how it is going to be done. If I bring it here, it is going to show me that you want this pattern to come here. You seeing some dark something? Are you seeing some dark something? So if I bring it here, it tells me that I want to position it there. But for this tutorial, this is the waistband, of which it's supposed to be positioned around here. So I come here, you see, then I click OK. You've seen how it has been draped. If you turn it around, it is turned around in a beautiful format. Now, once we are done with that, or you're not very comfortable with how it is positioned, what do? You scroll, you use this scroll, then you shape it in a very good format like that. Are you together? Then to avoid causing trouble or causing errors, let us deactivate the arrangement tools or arrangement window. Boom. Now our avatar is in that format. Then the next thing that we're going to do to this avatar is, let us first make a move behind somehow. The next thing that we are going to do to this waistband, we are going to sew the waistband to our avatar before heading over to the skirt. Are we together? Yes. How do we sew it together? Let us first give it strength so that it doesn't disturb us. So giving it strength, you right click and look for strength or solidify. One of the two is fine. So this time round, let us use solidify. So when I click solidify, that means my avatar has been given, my pattern has been given some strength. So here right now, we have to be on two windows, both the 3D and the 2D windows. So the 3D windows, 2 and 3D windows, we switch them like this. Then now you see how it is. Here it is still on the normal position, but here it's already wrapping our avatar. It is wrapping our avatar, or our female Mrs. Tops. We call her Mrs. Tops. So Mrs. Tops is now wrapped. What next? The next thing is we're going to sew or to stitch this waistband from the sides. Of course, you know where the cuts are. Here we are going to stitch this part to this part so that it sits in our pattern in a comfortable format. Are we together? Yes, enjoy this. Actually, this song, I love it because it is the song that we are going to play some few hours or few days or few months from today. Today is November. That means we don't have another November ahead of us to play this song in somebody's compound. That is it. So if you have not been informed, you just follow TOPTS Tailoring Studio. We shall be informing you. So welcome back to our class. Of course, now we are continuing with the sewing of our waistband so that it can sit to our avatar in a perfect format. And this is how we do it. I want you to see down below here, we have sewing machines. We have sewing machine, ironing these tools. So this time round, we are going to use one of the sewing machines and stitch this waistband to our avatar in this format. Okay. Now I click, I left click, then it will pop up these two windows or these two icons. One of it is segment sewing, which is N. You can press N on your keyboard, or M to N segment sewing. So one of the two, but right now we are using segment sewing, which is press N in your keyboard. So I activated dim. So when I activate it, you see even in the 3D window, it's activated. That means they are communicating. We have here the sewing segment, and also this side we have the sewing segment. So you can decide to stitch it from this side or from this side. So let you see. I can click here. You see, it is commanded, it has been highlighted. Then I come to the 2D window. Then I click and I complete the what? I complete the sewing. Now the sewing is complete. Now I turn off the sewing segment off. And now you see what is going to take place. Let us watch it from behind. And let me zoom it so that you see what is going to happen. Let me zoom it, then you see what is going to happen, how our waistband is going to sit in our avatar in a perfect format. I click. You can either click this arrow pointing down, or you press spacebar on your keyboard. It plays the same role of simulations. For this tutorial or for this exercise, let us automatically press using the keyboard, which is, not the keyboard, the mouse. I left click like this. Watch the space and watch the magic happening. Waistband is sitting in this format. Okay, as you can see, our avatar has been sewn, or let me zoom it. You've seen the waistband is sewn to our avatar in a perfect format like that, and that's nice. That's nice. It's promising that we are up to the example. Now we are done with the sewing of the waistband. The next thing that we are going to do is we are going to draft a skirt pattern for our avatar, and we attach it to the waistband. This time around we are going to use a spiral or a circular skirt. How do we do it? Still, we come back to our 2D window, and you remember where we got the rectangle tool or the rectangle shape. That's the very icon or the very position that we're going to pick the spiral. So here you left click, then it drops down these following icons or tools. Then this time around we are going to select spiral. So when you left click once, automatically you have activated the spiral tool to do its work. As you can see, even it is showing, it is telling me that I'm carrying a spiral, please put me where I'm supposed to be. So if I click it here, you're going to see what is going to happen.